What up, people? What's good? Salute.
Yes, sir.
Yo, what's good, everybody? Salute to the tribe. We're hip hop and comics and hip hop. We're a niche channel. And reserved for the best is super dope. I do sell comics. Check me out on Instagram at 6th_element_comic. We do live auctions, live claim sales. I rock with Tooth and Claw, hit animated television series. The Scotty Young joint, blowing up fast. X23. So this is dope, man. All right, so this is beautiful. Yo, it is us. We are here. It is I, says me.
It is me, says I.
And it's more than three because it's we. Yeah, man. It's all right. So I'm Reno Noir. This is the channel at 6th Element of Hip Hop, and this is my co-host Stu Dog. What's good, man?
Chilling. Salute to everybody out there in the chat.
Everybody in the chat kicking it. All 0 of you. No, I'm just kidding. What's up, y'all? Say what's up to me. Holla at me. So this show has been typically historically called New Comic Book Day Indie Review, but me and Stu decided we wanted to change that up and go more along with the vibe of the channel, which is about comic books and hip hop and the correlation between the two and the relationship they have and woo 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 wah wah wah. And it kind of was like we're just doing indie comics. Well, this ain't just this is a hip hop and comics. So we changing the name of this. Really, Reno? Miss Cooley, what up? We changing the I don't know what she means really. What?
Let's see.
Probably. I don't know. But we changing the name, because we wanted to be more along lines with what the channel is about. And so the name of the show is now called Indie Hip Hop and Comics, which is a sort of a play on Hip Hop and Comics, which is our Monday show. But this is our indie hip hop and comics. So we want to talk about indie hip hop. We want to talk about indie comics, because Monday we typically we talk about the big two, Marvel stuff, DC stuff, what's going on in MCU, things like that. And, we talk about hip hop and whatnot. Oh, you was in here when I said that, Miss Cooley? Wow, I'm sorry. Nah, because my thing said 0. I can't be going by that thing no more because yeah, Miss Cooley was in here, man. I didn't know.
She was like, really?
She's like, word? Nah, man, it said 0 up here. I'm so sorry. Well, we absolutely appreciate you guys in the chat.
Shout out to Miss Cooley.
For sure, man. Shout out to the tribe. Salute to everybody. FBT for life. Word up. So yeah, man, we in here rocking with the indie hip hop, indie comics. We wanted to bring that to y'all, and y'all can see around us we got MF Doom, who is, in my opinion, the epitome of hip hop and comics.
I would agree.
Would you say?
I would agree with that.
100%. He embodies it.
And Miss Cooley would agree as well.
I believe she would. And yeah, man. So speaking of MF Doom, we selected a album to talk to you about today on Indie Hip Hop and Comics. And it's a indie hip hop album that Stu Dog found on Bandcamp that I think is phenomenal. I was listening to it for days, man. I couldn't get enough of it. It's been in rotation, been in constant rotation. Stu, talk to us about DJ Invasion's Doom.
DJ Invasion's Doom blends. Well, we know Doom passed away, a year ago, and we were told, a month later or something like that, or months later.
I think.
Yeah. Right. So normally in hip hop is traditional to try to give to give the artist a shout out, make some blends, try to keep their music out there. Uh DJ Invasion just did a blend CD with MF Doom blends, and it is, like Reno said, amazing.
It really is.
It really is. It's called a blend. It's called the MF Doom Blend Tribute. Properly titled.
Y'all can find it on Bandcamp.
If you don't know what blends are, yeah, you can find it on Bandcamp on DJ Invasion's channel. It's a free download, I think. And actually, yeah, well, not really. It's a name your price. You can spend $1, you can spend $10, you can spend $2, you can spend
right
$5.
It's kind of like a
I
donation.
spent 10. I thought it was worth $10. I spent 10
Absolutely,
bucks.
yeah.
Support the DJ, support
right.
him in his works, because just like when I go on Tiger's Bandcamp, which no longer exists.
Oh man, what's going on with that?
Talk about it. We're gonna, because he got an app. You just got to go get the Full Blast Radio app to get Tiger's newest blends, which I do. DJ Invasion's been around for a long time. He's been doing mixtapes for years. I have a bunch of his mixtapes. But he's always been good at blending. Like, he's always done a lot of blend tapes where it'll be hip hop vocals blended over R&B beats, or vice versa, R&B vocals blended over hip hop beats. This one is a mashup of MF Doom and a bunch of different hip hop beats that me and Reno's been listening to. I've been bumping in the car. I've been bumping in the house. It's
everywhere.
It's really great. Yeah. So he also did one with Sean Price, who passed away a few years back as well. You know what I mean? And that is yeah. Well, that's actually another DJ I think he's supporting on his channel. The DJ's name is Sean Price and Stu Bangers. So not me. I'm not a DJ.
The
other DJ Stu, but not me. Sean Price was a phenomenal MC.
Highly underrated.
Yeah, when he came out with Helter Skelter, they were really, when I say, like, when I was blown away by that, because Ruck and Rock, even today, if you put them two together today, if Sean Price was still alive, I mean, they would literally murder more than half the MCs out there.
Absolutely.
They'll definitely murder all the new generation rappers too. We can, but Ruck, and Rockness Monster, Ruck was Sean Price.
Big ROCK.
Yeah, and Rockness was Rockness Monster. Rockness Monster he has his own channel on Bandcamp and YouTube. He's been putting up older mixtapes on his YouTube channel, strictly for entertainment purposes. He says it in the bio and the description. And I've been listening to him, and he put up some stuff. I was like, yo, where did he get this? Like, yo,
where does he get those wonderful?
But Rockness, I mean, lyrically, can't be touched.
You can't touch.
Can't touch Rockness, man. You can't touch Rockness.
Another MC you cannot touch is the incomparable Pharoah Monch, which we will have on this show Monday,
yeah,
at 6:30 p.m.
Pharoah Monch is another tough MC, man. Like the three guys we just named, Pharoah Monch,
some of the best to ever
Rockness
do it.
Monster
and
Sean
underrated.
Price, MF Doom, like those are straight lyrics. Like, I'm keeping it a buck.
Bars.
Yeah, bars all day. Some of the stuff they say, you think you like, damn, where he come up with that?
Yeah, that's how I judge an artist lyrically. If I'm saying, what the fuck did he think of that? Then that's a dope MC. But if you're not saying that with a lot of this popular stuff that's out here now today. You're not saying that. You saying, why did he bother saying that?
Right. Because I always say, Reno, when it comes to music, like these newer cats, a lot of people just sit there and they bob their head to the music. But I always tell them, don't do that. Hold these artists accountable for what they say. Don't just sit there and bob your head to the music.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of them, they aren't saying anything.
Yeah. Well, Doom is saying a whole lot on this, and DJ Invasion did so. Define what blends are for the people that might not know what that means.
All right, blends are it's a hip hop thing. Hip hop's been doing it since day one. Where they were taking the vocals, acapellas of an artist and then blending them over another beat whether it be Mary J.
It'd be like
Blige,
take a
Kanye West.
Biggie verse and put it on a Tupac beat. Ooh, you know what I mean? Or a J
Or
verse on
over the
Nas,
Isley Brothers, right? Or over James Brown,
or R&B joint. Yeah.
right?
Because
Or
back
vice versa.
and back when they had, when we used to buy cassettes and physical music, albums, vinyl, CDs, whatever,
Right.
they actually had 1 or 2 songs on what was called a single or a single album, and they would often have an acapella and an instrumental.
For that
And
reason.
that's when DJs would take those acapellas and mix them with other instrumentals, and you got to line up the tempo with the this song. What's he rapping to on it? It's a little science to it. What's he rapping to? What tempo is he rapping to on his original song, so that those lyrics go with, and you get another beat of that same tempo, and then line it up with the beat. And it's a little science to it. DJ Tiger is a master at it.
Yes, he is. He's put out
some of the
DJ
best
Tiger
blends.
put out some phenomenal blends. Shout out to Detective Chimp.
Yeah, Full Blast Radio, Detective Chimp. What up, brother?
Yeah, Master Capone Master. Shout out.
Master Capone Master. What up? What up? Ali in the building.
Yeah. But they just but you're right. DJ Tiger's put out some dope blends, man. I've heard so many blends in my life, whether it be R&B. Like I have a Michael Jackson blend CD. I digitized it. I got it on my computer digitally as well. I digitized my whole collection. And yes, I still collect physical media because I feel there's a need for it. And I don't want to pay Apple. Look, let me break it down. I don't want to pay Apple $9 a month for their whatever trillion songs. And I'm only going to listen. I'm not even listening to a quarter of that. I'm listening to less than 1% of what I'm paying for. So why pay for it? So I started my own collection. I've been doing it for years. I buy my own music. I store it on my computer, digitize it, drag and drop it wherever I want. And so whatever format I listen to it, that's what I do. I can stream it. Yeah, flash drive.
Toss it on the flash drive.
Yeah. MP3. Yeah, MP3 player.
Yo, I used to have a bag of tapes in my car, like a vinyl, not vinyl, but almost like not a canvas bag. It was like a camcorder bag. You know how to look like a small duffel bag with like padding full of tapes, and that was my MP3 player. You know what I mean, kids?
Oh yeah, that's what we had.
We was 16 when I was 17, 16. Had the Delta 88. You know what I mean, the 1989, 88 box mob, and had the bag of tapes next to me in the car.
I was the same way.
That's what it was all
CDs
about.
came out. I had a case of CDs in the trunk.
See, I took a while to get on CDs because of my bag of tapes, and every time I got CDs, they got scratched right up. And now my favorite joint, I can't play it, and I started to hate that. And that was early on, so I was like, nah, fuck CDs. I'm sticking with tapes. I didn't really make the whole switch until probably 2000.
We gotta remember, Reno, too. For a while, we didn't have CD players in cars. And the ones we did, they kind of sucked. Like you hit a bump and those joints would skip.
Yeah, skipping any bump,
Yeah, because remember you had the people buy the CD, the little Discmans, and they would have those hooked into the car.
Oh yeah,
through aux. Yeah. We were using those for a while, and they had technology like little brackets they would put in there so they wouldn't skip when you hit a bump.
I like that.
And they came out. Yeah, remember they came out with no skip technology. That was a savior.
That was a big technological advancement. Because we used to walk in them CD Walkmans. You put a set of batteries in there, and they're done by the end of the damn album. Like them things destroy
they ate up
that.
Yeah, they ate batteries. Yeah,
like if you went to school with your Walkman, me personally, I had to bring an extra set because these batteries are dying before the day's done.
Yeah,
it's horrible. But Miss Cooley still has a CD case in her car. Shout out.
That's right, Miss Cooley. You keep your CD case because I got mine. Me and Miss Cooley, me and you the only ones. We got CD cases in our car.
Who was cool enough to have the visor joint?
I didn't have that. I kept a case, brother.
I had the sleeve on my visor.
Look, I'll run down to my basement and get the case for you right now.
You got the booklets and all of that.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I got like
I had a big
5 of them joints, man. Yeah, full of CDs. I mean, look, even now, I'm still making CDs. These are my backups. All the digital stuff I buy.
Oh, I used to sell CDs. So I used to buy a spindle of 100 for $25, and I go out to the corner and sell them for $5 a piece, and come home with $500. So for every $25 of blank CDs you buy, you're gonna make $500. That's a $475 profit, and that's it right there. You take the Sharpie, write the name of it on there. And I used to be out there. I mean, I didn't make the full 500 because I did a lot of 3 for 10s and 4 for 20s, and 4 for 15s rather, and 5 for 20s.
Trying to get rid of those joints.
Hey, man.
Okay.
Miss Cooley says she also has a bag of tapes, man.
Miss Cooley, I got a case of tapes.
Forget about it.
3 cases of cassette tapes.
Yeah, Master Capone when batteries were still affordable.
And I still listen to them. I got a cassette player that I play them on in my house.
See, that's what
I'm gonna be honest with you.
I wish I had one.
Miss Cooley and Reno, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I got some dope mixes on those tapes, and I can't get them on CD. So I gotta listen.
My parents used to be like, our parents used to be like, man, I want to get a record player, and play my vinyl again. I feel like that now. It's like I want to get a tape deck and play my tapes again.
Well, Reno, when I said that to myself, that's exactly what I did. I went out and got a tape player. When I got me a cassette player, and I've been playing my cassettes ever since.
Absolutely.
So it's going down like that. Dude, I got some dope stuff on cassette, man. Like,
man, if I still have my bag of tapes, oh my God.
Listen, man, I got some good stuff on cassette, man. I can't sit there and lie and say I don't, because I do. I mean,
man, we had a show at 3 a.m. that used to come on the college radio 2-3 a.m, and they would play the most underground, just hardcore hip hop that you would never hear on the radio. And as soon as that shit started, I had that pause and record button, that play record, and boom, and record the whole show. I called in one time and shit, was on there talking to the dude, recorded it and shit. Used to play it for chicks. It was dope.
You know what I mean? I recorded it, put it in the car, listened to it, man. Kept it moving. And then sometimes, like you said, to keep the CDs from getting scratched, I would put them on cassette and then just rock them in the car. That was before I had a CD player in the car, full-time CD player. So I would buy them on CD, transfer them to cassette, keep it moving, bro. So if I lost the cassette, or people came over 40s and blunts and the tape came up missing, I just go make another one.
And then that was the best time on the radio, about 2-3 in the morning. College radios and hip hop stations, that was the best time. Master Capone, Master. Shout out. Yeah, man.
Yeah, that was
the days, bro. Yeah.
I mean, I listen, wherever you live at, there was a station that played hip hop at some oddball time. I mean,
now we got 90. Man, the radio now is just sad, bro. They don't play nothing.
No, they don't do anything. They don't do hip hop no justice. R&B no justice. I mean, like I said, if it wasn't for underground DJs, I really wouldn't have a lot of music, because I listen to a lot of underground stuff.
Right.
Like, I'm listening to DJ Tyke. I'm listening to DJ Invasion, DJ Clue. Everybody know who Clue is. Dirty Harry. And I'm listening to Chuck Chill Out, Red Alert, Marley Marl. Remember, they had shows, and they would be on there cutting and scratching live.
Right.
You could make a whole mixtape off of what they put together.
Yeah, man. Stretch and Bobbito, record that whole show.
Yeah.
Speaking of DJ Invasion, back to the Doom album that he put together, which you see around us here, the cover of, which is a phenomenal cover. That's a dope album cover right there. It is wicked.
Tech stretch, yeah.
It is wicked. And so the intro starts out with Doom on there talking. It's like a soundbite of him doing an interview talking about why he wears the mask and the industry, and because the reason he wore the mask was he didn't want to compete with the handsome guy that, like, the industry would put the face out, and it would be all about what they were wearing and who they were and what they looked, how they looked, and he didn't want to compete with that. He just wanted it to be lyrics. So that's why he wore the mask, because he didn't want to be, compared to that and that be any part of what he was doing. So he's on there breaking that down, talking about the corporate, bullshit that they do. And his whole style and the way he gets down. So that's a dope intro. I think that he put that on there. I like that.
Yeah, I thought that was dope too. I'm not even gonna lie. The whole mixtape is just phenomenal. Bro. It's phenomenally blended. If you guys want to check out another DJ on it, J Period.
Wait. What about this song? With this album though?
The album. Oh,
yeah, we gotta talk about this album.
we can talk.
Sting is the first song,
Right?
That was like some boom bap. I dug that. I don't know what beats he's using on these. I don't know. I don't recognize any of the beats. That's one thing. It's not like blends with industry beats that it might even be blends with beats that he made. I don't know, because it's
most of it to me is the stuff that he made.
Yeah, I mean, it could be because Sting, the first song is definitely a boom bap, but it has like some industrial sounds or something in the back, in there with it. So it's very unique. It's dope. And then the third track, if you count the intro, Meat Grinder, which was on some film score. Like, I don't know, it gave me the vibe of like a RZA movie.
Yeah,
like
that one
film
did,
scored, like action movie or something.
Yeah, that was Figaro was dope.
Mm-hmm. The interlude that between that and Figaro was what's in there?
What's in there?
Yeah, which I don't know. I thought it was I didn't know. I thought Bandcamp played commercials.
No, they played. No,
I thought that was a commercial.
No, Bandcamp was originally started for independent artists to get their music out there.
Right.
And existing artists who wanted to just put out whatever project they wanted, or if you own your masters. Eric Sermon put his whole catalog is up on Bandcamp, and you can stream it. He gets paid whether you stream it or you buy it. He still get paid.
Right, that's dope. But yeah, I was let down, man. I thought it was commercial, but I was pleasantly surprised when I realized it was part of the show. It was part of the album. It comes on like an 80s radio commercial. Yeah. And but then Figaro, that's the song after that.
Yeah, Figaro was tight.
I felt it had like an island beat, like something tropical, like I don't know, almost calypso-y, but not really, but just something, I don't know, just gave me vibes of like palm trees and coconuts.
Yeah, me too. Peace out, Miss Cooley.
Oh, what happened?
No, she said she gotta go.
Oh, all right, Miss Cooley, thank you for coming through and chilling with us.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Master Capone Master. We talking right now. We're
talking about now.
Talking about MF Doom. Yeah, blend tribute that DJ Invasion did on Bandcamp. We put it up on Bandcamp.
That's what we originally started talking about. That's what we're supposed to be talking about. This
right. So we back on subject. We got a little sidetrack.
We got a little tangent, but that's what we do.
Yeah,
we go off on tangents.
We're passionate about. Yeah, we passionate about what we're doing here. So
we have conversations, man. That's what it is. Yeah. And we like for y'all to join in. But I did have something over the chat and see that they was talking. But Figaro had a voice kind of a sound, like if you guys know anybody ever messed with a keyboard, and there's a sound effect called voice, and there's like voice 1, voice 2, and it's got a very specific sound. It had something of that going on in the back with the echo. I don't know. On top of that funky beat, and I thought it was dope, man. I rock Figaro was dope, and of course the whole time, Doom is spitting straight bars. You know what I mean? It's just he picked phenomenal tracks to go with these beats, and like I said, I personally don't know if he cool. I'm looking up those joints you're talking about now. Yeah, it's DJ Invasion, MF Doom on Bandcamp. It's called the Blend Tribute. MF Doom Blend Tribute. That's what it's called. So yeah, man, definitely, man. It's an interactive show. We got Capone Master 1, Master Capone Master, following along with us. That's what's up. What else? What's after that? My Favorite Lady.
Yeah, that's dope. My Favorite Ladies is dope.
It was on some female.
Yeah, it was a little smoothed out. On the smoothed out tip for the lady.
It was like a 90s R&B feel to it almost. Like
a little something.
Some early Bad Boy, like
nothing crazy.
Mary J, But it was good. It was well done. It wasn't corny or nothing.
Yeah, nothing crazy.
Yep. And then now the next song, Korean Doom, it was crazy. That was some spoken word over ambient sound. Like, it reminded me of our boy Sever.
Okay.
If you've heard, if anybody's heard Sever the Bard on Instagram. Well, he's not on Instagram now, he's on Twitter. But check him out. It definitely reminded me of something he had done.
Now Sever is also on Bandcamp.
Right, right.
Yeah, he's
Absolutely.
up on Bandcamp
Absolutely.
too. Yeah.
Absolutely. And yeah, so it reminded me of something like that he would do. The next track was For Keeps, which was featuring Sean Price. So yeah,
Yeah, that was dope.
that's why we were talking about Sean Price a little bit earlier, because he's on this album. And this song was real gutter, real grimy, hard, like dark sounds. Like, I don't know, just like some in a dark alleyway shit. Like, it just, you know what I mean? It just gave me that super gutter, that super
Yeah, it was gutter. Yeah, I will say.
grimy feeling.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah, that was gutter. Anything with Sean Price on it is gutter, in my
it
opinion.
was the perfect beat for
Yeah,
Sean.
for them too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm glad he put that together, because we're not gonna hear them together ever again. They both gone. So
Right. Yeah, I mean, exactly. So that was dope.
then you got Bomb Throne, the Wu Villain mix.
And that did sound like some Wu-Tang shit.
It did, definitely.
It definitely had an Asian RZA type, feel to it.
Yeah, it did.
Some you would definitely hear on a Wu-Tang joint.
Oh, I thought it was phenomenal.
Hell yeah. And is track 10, all right, so track 10 was the continuous, the whole thing.
Yeah, the whole thing, just
the whole album on one track.
Yeah,
No
whole
skips.
album, one track.
Is that something that they normally do on Bandcamp mixtapes?
What's that?
Is that something they normally do on Bandcamp mixtapes? Is put
Nah,
the
that was
whole
just a
album?
DJ Invasion thing.
Okay.
Where he just did
See,
that.
that's why
Yeah,
I hadn't seen it before. That's why I was wondering.
Yeah, he just made a continuous mix, 17 minutes, 43 seconds.
Dope.
No pauses in between or anything like that.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, I think
that was dope. I give it a super dope.
I give it a super dope too.
I give that super dope. That's like getting 5 mics, y'all. Super dope is like getting 5 mics. So I give it a super dope. Go check out DJ Invasion's Blend Tribute.
Yes, please go check it out.
So what are you working on there, Stu?
I'm actually looking up hang on. I was actually looking at I was looking at Tiger took down all the Full Blast Radio.
Okay.
Yeah, he took down everything, man. It's all gone.
Yeah.
It's all gone.
What was that album you was just about to talk about though?
Which one? No, I was looking up Full Blast.
Nah, when right when I first started talking about the intro about Doom, and you started talking about an album that you just found.
Oh, was it? It might have been Sean Price. I know I listened to another blend tape on there with Sean Price. And it's called it's called Price of Death. Sean Price and Stu Bangers. I listened to that as well. It's phenomenal. All right, that's another DJ, I guess. Invasion's promoting him. Yeah.
Yo, when you guys see me smoking a cigarette on TV, I just want y'all to know I don't condone smoking, and this is not tobacco. This is Blaze uh, hemp CBD cigarettes.
Oh, okay. All right. Now DJ Invasion did blend this one too, but he calls it Stew Bangers. I don't know why he calls it Stew Bangers, but it is dope. You can see all the way as the Invasion blends. All of them are Invasion blends, but I mean, listen. He's giving that out for free. You can go on Bandcamp, download it for free, bump it in your car, do whatever you got to do. That's free. But The Price of Death, another bomb album, blended up by DJ Invasion. And I'm glad to see he's still doing it. Yeah, I'm glad to see he's still doing it. I'm glad to see he's still putting out quality blend tapes or data, I guess now, blend data. So I'm glad to see it's still going out and that he's still keeping, because that's hip hop, like you, without the underground DJs blending and spin, hip hop's nothing.
Yeah, man. I mean, I tell people, man, like hip hop is not a music. It's not a race. It's not it's a culture. Hip hop is a culture. It's not any one thing, and part of that culture is creating. It's definitely creativity, and creating music is one of the things that hip hop does. And that's something we do in hip hop with pre-made, we didn't have instruments and stuff,
No.
We weren't, growing up going, whatever. I don't know. We didn't have that. We had turntables. We had
turntables. So we used what we had.
Tape decks, right? Yeah. And made our music with it, and that's the core of it, man. That's the foundation. That's hip hop at its root. And like Stu said, man, it's a comforting feeling to know that in today's climate of hip hop, that there's still DJs doing hip hop for real. There's still real hip hop going down. It's still, and you can still get the albums and everything. It's just different now. We used to clamor to find cassettes or albums or whatever, mixtapes. We used to try to get it, like, cause we had a dude, like I had a cat that used to come down from New York City with the mixtapes and stuff. He used to literally go and get albums from New York and come down.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, we had a guy in my town did that too. Yeah, he would go get the hottest stuff, come down. Yeah, sell it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That was hip hop. But now we got it digitally. Now we got it on Bandcamp. And it's a blessing and a curse, because now with the internet, anybody's a rapper. Anybody can just put there. And it started to blow up and got popular. And now you got what we have now, mumble rap, whatever. And because of kids putting whatever rap they wanted on the internet, and the other kids in high school or wherever in their school were cheering them on, and then it just got popular, and they were sharing it, and woo, and then all of a sudden, millions of views later, this kid who has no skills, didn't hustle, didn't put his work in, didn't do shows, didn't build a following, you know what I mean? He's now a platinum artist. It's crazy.
Yeah, so I don't listen. I'm still trying to figure it out. I really am.
That's how.
Right now, the industry's winning. The industry's putting out what they want to put out. It's all about what's going to make them the most money. And these artists now, instead of just saying, "Look, I want to put out my music," they going for it. They're like, "All right, whatever to get on. Anything we can do to get on, we going to do it."
Yeah,
and that's just it, man. So it's just, it's sad, but it's a reality.
And it's always been that way, though, if you think about it.
Yeah.
When we back in the day, the industry still had I used to complain about what was played on the radio and what was hot and what people thought was, what was popular. The popular music, I wasn't into it. Like coming up, I was always into underground, always into, you know what I mean? Wu-Tang, like that was not the mainstream stuff. And like today, the mainstream stuff is not what I rock with. I never did, and I don't know.
Not at all. No, not at all. I don't rock with none of it.
There's always an exception here and there, like back in the day. There was always a song on the radio every now and then that I was like, yo, that's my jam. Though I do like that. You know, that's my joint. And that still
Would that be the Teachers of Peaches?
what? Teachers with peaches.
Yeah, would that be the song "The Teachers of Peaches"? Would that be?
Nah,
No, one of them joints you was like, that's my jam right there.
definitely not.
Every time that come on the radio, I gotta get up and dance a little bit.
Yeah.
I gotta get up and shake my rump.
Yeah. There you go, rump shaker.
Hey,
It's
man,
called the rump shaker. Means it's like sweeter than candy.
See, look, see, you had a couple radio, you had some radio jams. I couldn't get with it, man.
Nah, man, hell no. So yeah, man, what did we learn in the world of comics and indie comics today?
Oh, in the world of comics, we have boom, Primordial. Boom, number 1.
Yes.
Go out and get your comic by Image Comics by Jeff Lemire, Andrea Sorrento, and Dave Stewart. It's dope. Listen, it's about a guy. He's a scientist, works at MIT. He gets invited to NASA he thinks it's a job at NASA working with the space program.
Mm-hmm.
But when he gets there, they tell him like, no, it's not a space program. We're here to dismantle this place. And anything that's of a military application, we're going to take.
Right.
Everything else goes to the scrap heap.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, you should be doing this job about 3 days, and then that's it. And he quit his job at MIT because he thought that it was going to be a, career at NASA, but it wasn't. So he goes down, starts going through the stuff, and a guy comes up to him and hands him a sheet of paper. It's an EKG reading. Mm-hmm. And he says, look, I can't make sense of this, but maybe you can. So he looks at it, and he says, there's something weird about this. Gets on the phone that night, calls the general, says, hey, General, listen, I was looking at these EKG readings for the 2 chimps you guys sent in space years back. And General's like, look, why are you worried about that? You're not there for that. That's not your job. He says, yeah, but I just wanted to bring it to your attention. And then the general screams on him and says, look, you're not supposed to be looking at paperwork. You're supposed to be there for equipment. That's it. Mm-hmm. So he says, well, I just wanted to bring it to your attention that the times that you said, the general says, well, I know a time. He said, he named the space program mission that they did. And the 2 animals were supposed to have died. And the general gave him the times that they died. And the guy says, well, according to what you said and what these EKGs read, they didn't die. Their heart rates are still beating, 15 minutes after you said that supposedly their spacecraft blew up.
Right.
So he was like, that's impossible. Like, I don't understand. So he says, Sputnik. I have an EKG reading for Sputnik as well. And he says, same thing. So Sputnik had a dog aboard, and the American vessel had 2 chimps. Mm-hmm. So he comes in the next day, and they're like, yeah, you're fired. You can't work here no more. You got to leave. Where at? So he's like, whoa, wait a minute. What I do? And he was like, look, that's not allowed on premises. So he goes and gets in his car. This guy's sitting in the back, Hollywood style. You get your car, guy sitting in the back of your car. And he says, hey, drive. I can't talk to you here. But if you drive, I'll explain everything. So he explains to him that what he read was correct and that the monkeys didn't die. Right. That, in fact, their ships were sent to Jupiter for some strange reason. And they reported that they were lost, but they weren't. But at the end of the comic, because I'm not going to spoil too much more for you, but at the end of the comic, they show a picture of the Sputnik dog. And they keep showing, like, I guess the camera or, the fourth wall is getting closer and closer to him. So right when the fourth wall gets on top of him, the dog looks up and says hello in English.
Right.
Not in dog language, not in Scooby-Doo talk. Just regular. Like, hello.
Hello?
Yes, hello. How are you?
You having a great poupon?
Yes, for these milk bones. They need something to spice them up.
Primordial. It's a 6-issue mini series, and it brings back Jeff Lemire with artist extraordinaire Andrea Sorrentino, and Jeff Lemire is phenomenal. And him and Andrea Sorrentino, they actually did a like a multi-dimensional, really dope horror series called Gideon Falls. That was a straight up hit. Just did 2 years. They've been doing that. If you missed it, in addition now to somewhat pricey back issues, you can find Gideon Falls in some handsome collections. And there's a television series set to be produced under the helm of horror director producer James Wan. Not bad.
Yeah, not
Primordial
bad.
tells another harrowing sci-fi story, one tied to the, like you said, American-Russian Cold War in the mid 20th century. It's part Stanley Kubrick's 2001 Space Odyssey, part Oliver Stone's JFK,
Yeah, yeah.
and
That'll
part
be
Grant Morrison's
the door.
graphic novel WE3, all rolled into one.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah,
Shout out to the staff at Wade's Comics for selecting that one for today's show.
absolutely.
Yeah, they said it was one of their favorites. They loved it. And
Yeah,
we
I
should
can't wait
review
to.
it.
Yeah, I can't wait to get into it, man. And
Yeah,
you know,
so big
that's
shout out. Yeah, big shout out to Wade's Comics where you can get all your comic needs met in one place.
Wade.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
man.
collectibles as well. Comic and collectible needs met.
It's a great shop too, and we have a tour of that shop on this channel. Go look for that. Go look that up. Check out Stu Dog's tour of Wade's Comic Madness, and check out the inside of the shop.
And make your way down
Meet
there when you
the
get a chance.
employees. Right.
Yeah, meet the employees. Great staff there.
Yeah.
Great stuff.
And this is this story though. Again, Primordial. You guys got to check it out. I've already pre-ordered a bunch of I sell comics on Instagram. I've ordered a bunch of the variants and all of that. This is gonna be a big one, I think. And
Come down. No. Come on. Now talking my dog. Yeah, now my dog.
okay. I was like,
He about to go crazy. Yeah, he about to go crazy.
But yeah, it's a fascinating read, full of political and military conspiracy. It's the story of truth uncovered, even if the truth challenges all we know, even if that truth is terrifying. And then Sorrentino's art is perfectly suited for that type of story. No one visually displays the malleability of time and memory mixed with emotional horror better than her, or more strongly on the page. His visuals throughout the comic and the subtle change of artistic style in the first issue's last pages are absolutely mind-bending. Just takes you to the next page. It's phenomenal. But definitely, man, make it up to your local comic shop today. Pick up Primordial 1, preferably at Wade's Comic Madness, and find out what's in there and what's coming for us. So another book that we checked out. Another book we wanted to check out, Nobody's Child #1. I could not find one.
Me either, Reno. It must be that good.
It is. It must be.
I literally went looking, but nothing.
It's in an unspecified time in the future. It is discovered that within a special breed of albino rhinoceros, there is a genetic code that holds the properties to regenerate man, cure all diseases, even the very serious. As a result, in a short period of time, this albino rhino becomes nearly extinct, leaving just one, Sabium. Enter Bakari, a boy dealing with his own devastation, who now decides to dedicate his life to protecting this rhino. And they kind of, you can tell from the cover that, Bakari, and I guess they're in Africa on the, out in the safari, wherever, and he's got the rifle and he's getting the rhinos with him. So he's literally like protecting this rhino, probably busting at poachers or whatever. It looks like it's gonna be dope, man. It's dystopian future, which is one of my favorite genres, post-apocalyptic dystopian future. But I think it's dope. And speaking of dystopian future, Blade Runner Origins #6 dropped today. Telling y'all, if you like Blade Runner the movie, if you don't know nothing about Blade Runner the movie, even if you hate Blade Runner the movie, this is still dope. But if you like it, this is phenomenal. I've been collecting Blade Runner books. I'm looking at my Do robots dream of electric sleep or something like what is it? Hold on. This is dope. Check this out. Sorry. Do androids dream of electric sheep? And this is a graphic novel. And look how thick it is. See that, Stu?
That is thick.
I mean, that's like a whole novel, bro. And it is a graphic novel, but it is a novel. It's this
That's
is
a
the
graphic
story.
novel. That's a
This
graphic
is
novel.
this is a graphic novel, and this is the story that inspired Blade Runner. But yeah. See?
Oh wow, yeah. I
Huge.
mean, you know, it makes sense because remember at the end, the one android when he was talking to Harrison Ford, when he told him, he said he was saying he had dreams where he saw different planets and people and places in
Right.
time and space, and he
Right.
was telling him that you don't even you can't even comprehend the things that I saw,
Right.
before the climactic death scene.
Right.
But
Right.
but it makes sense
Yeah.
when you talk about the title, it makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It's Philip K. Dick, and he was insanely dope when it came to futuristic anything like Minority Report. There's so many movies like Scanner Darkly. There's so many sci-fi, futuristic, post-apocalyptic, dystopian future movies that are based on Philip K. Dick's books. It is mind-blowing. I had no idea that this dude came up with that many joints. Blade Runner is one of them, but this is very different than Blade Runner, very different. It's called Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep. It's very different. It's in the future, but if you remember from Blade Runner, there was like a snake and like an owl that were replicants. They
Yeah,
weren't real.
yeah,
Well, in this book, everyone is like it's in the future where most people have left Earth. Most people are living on Mars or wherever on the colonies. And the few people that are left, there's really no animals either. So to have a pet, they find androids. They have these android pets. And to have a really good one that you can't even tell that it isn't real, like that's like the top. That's like us with having a private jet or something. That's like the top shit you can do. You a baller if you got
so you're a baller if you got one of
a dope
those.
animal. If you got a real animal, you're next level. You know.
Right.
So yeah, it's weird. It's not Blade Runner, but Blade Runner Origins is. Blade Runner Origins is one of my favorite books, comics that are out. Issue number 6. Always a great start when you can boast a Butch Geist cover. A very nice cover at that. Cal Moreau looks every bit the classic action hero. And he's on the cover. He's the main character, which is funny because he really isn't. What he is, as the previous issues have shown, is a moral man in a very unmoral age. A cop who actually believes in their job rather than seeing the job as a path to earning money any which way. If not a hero, then what? Anti-hero? That doesn't quite work either. He's not completely selfless, but a little bit of self-preservation is important too. When a colleague could as likely shoot you as say good morning, let's just say, he's of his time. So Cal's been tracking the Nexus 5 prototype, which is one of the replicants, like the guy you were talking about just now in the ending scene that was talking to Harrison Ford is a Nexus whatever prototype. Well, this one has supposedly murdered Tyrell bioengineer Dr. Lydia Kane. If you remember Tyrell Corporation, that's the corporation that Harrison was hired, to find the replicants and the whole thing. And what he discovered was a prototype actually has the memories and personality of the dead bioengineer himself. So the two have teamed up to continue their investigations, which have taken Cal back to his old stomping grounds, the slums of LA, before focusing on Cal, which we first catch up with and what's going on elsewhere. A seemingly out of control murderous replicant. Relations fraying between corrupt police sergeant Gutman and Tyrell enforcer Mrs. Stahl. Asia and Marcus still working through that fact. The very human female Lydia is now the very male replicant Asia. A lot going on. It's very complex, but none of it's worse than what's going on with Cal. Cal returns to his old stomping grounds. Hasn't gone very well. He's taken a savage beating at the hands of Carlisle, a man he once knew pretty well. Cal left the slums while others had to stay and survive. And Carlisle and his crew think Cal is working with Tyrell, who they blame for the disappearance of Carlisle's brother Eason. And we also get the origin story you never knew you needed, the origin of Cal's trench coat. All right. You know, it is the item of clothing that became the uniform of Blade Runners, like Deckard in the original and the 2049 joint recently. But apparently, because Cal grew up in a rough neighborhood and got into a lot of fights, he lined the inside of his coat with metal plates, which he could use defensively like a shield or armor, and as a weapon when wrapped around his arm. Clever stuff from Perkins and Brown on that. So Cal's back on his feet, not bearing grudges this time. Cal explains to Carlisle and Desiree he is not the enemy, despite what they think. He's chasing this advanced model replicant, which is seemingly able to corrupt the programming of others and make them do bad things. He's in a race before time runs out while they're getting in his way. Uh, Though Desiree may know more about all this than she's letting on, she does decide to trust Cal and agrees to lead him to the Nexus 5 herself. We now have a name, Nia, which is the villain we have been told about, or she's just a mistake that Tyrell want taken care of. We'll know soon. Marcus and Asia's own investigations have led them right to the deranged replicant murderer himself. They survive, barely. All these paths are going to cross soon. I doubt they'll all survive. I really enjoyed this issue, though. Firstly, fantastic art and coloring from Dagnino and Lesko. Coloring on this book is always outstanding. A perfect mood setter. The art is really just seemed to pop this time out. Very nice layouts and some fantastic individual panels, including full page ones. Visually superb book. The writing too was very excellent this time out. Plot movement on every page, great character work, and good action. A good action story that has a deeper philosophical, point to make. And how could you not like that? Detective sci-fi noir. This is, but it is far more too. What it most definitely is a book you should be reading every month. I definitely think this one is super dope. Sci-fi
Dig
noir.
those up. I'm gonna have to dig those up.
Dog, I'm telling you. What else did we check out? God Killer, Tomorrow's Ashes, #1. Reprint. So this is a book. This is another indie book that came out. This came out a little while ago. It was so good. I think it's on issue 2 or 3 now. But they're already reprinting #1. That's how good it is. The rundown. Soledad and Half Pipe seek out a cure for Tommy while he faces an uncertain fate. Again, this is God Killer, Tomorrow's Ashes. Soledad and Half Pipe meet with Bizal. After a disturbing conversation, Bizal makes an unexpected offer. Suddenly, a deadly confrontation occurs. Afterwards, Soledad and Half Pipe must determine how to proceed. Elsewhere, Tommy is being held in a treatment facility. His guards want to treat him for a mental health issue, but Tommy is resistant. Later, Tommy worries over his fate as he makes a startling realization. The story, Pizzolo has crafted a dark and twisted narrative filled with some very interesting characters. However, this issue felt as though it contained 2 different stories instead of one interconnected tale. Soledad and Half Pipe scenes are witty and filled with black humor, and their journey feels like an action-packed buddy adventure, whereas Tommy's storyline is dark, moody, and marked with internal conflict. And I'm curious what tone the series will take if or when the 3 protagonists are able to join forces. And in the art, the Muckracker uses minimalist artwork and an emphasis on character expression and form. This is enhanced by a color palette of dark tones and reds that change with the setting. As a content warning, this comic is rated M mature and does contain nudity and disturbing illustrations. Overall, this is a good looking issue that perfectly complements the tone of the story. Highly recommended. I would say hella dope. So those who don't know our rating system, it is whack, dope, hella dope, and super dope.
Super dope.
So yeah, if it's whack, it's whack. If it's dope, yeah, it's dope. It's dope. I ain't got nothing to take away from it. Hella dope. I recommend it. It's good. Super dope is like next level.
You
Fire
gotta go get it.
grades.
Gotta
Oh my
get it.
God.
Gotta
Gotta
rob
get it.
somebody for it. Do whatever you gotta do.
Yeah, steal this book. You cannot.
Yeah, steal it, sell an appendage, whatever you gotta do. Whatever you gotta do.
Shout out to Corey Adger in the building and Circumstances and Renaissance Music LLC. Salute everybody.
Yeah, salute. Corey Adger, salute.
Word up. Thanks for coming in, man. Checking us out, kicking it with us.
Yeah.
So this was Sixth Element of Hip Hop, the indie pop comic show. Stu, what did you think?
Hella dope.
Super dope.
Super dope. Hella dope. Super dope.
Super dope.
A hella dope, super dope blend, because we were talking about blends all day.
There you
So
go.
super hella dope. You know what I mean? So we're gonna
No,
give
it was cool,
it.
man.
Yeah,
We talking about hip hop and comics, but indie. So guys, check us out Mondays. All right. And please, everybody in the building right now, write this down. Do not miss this. This coming Monday, Pharaoh Monch is gonna be on one of these screens in front of you. You'll see me, you'll see Stu, you'll see DJ Tiger, Cooks24, and Pharaoh Monch himself will be up here chopping it up with us. Yes, the Pharaoh Monch. So please don't miss that. That's this coming Monday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
right. Reno says tune in Monday, 6:30.
Yeah, go to your calendar.
Like Simon says, but Reno says.
Right. Reno says, go to your calendar and September 20th, 6:30 p.m. YouTube, Sixth Element Hip Hop. Gotta be there. Salute Big Country in the building. What up, brother? And yeah, man, Pharaoh Monch, man, he's gonna be kicking it with us next Monday. I can't believe it. He's one of my favorite MCs.
Yeah, same here.
One of the best to do it. So definitely want to check that out. But yeah, so that's what we do, man. That's what we do Mondays is we talk hip hop and comics. And on Wednesday now, we will be talking indie hip hop and indie comics. Every Wednesday at 6:30. Oh shoot, I should have saved that.
Yeah, Pharaoh Monarch is a very lyrical, man. Just lyrical.
Don't call him that when he comes.
Pharaoh Monch, man.
Yeah.
Pharaoh. I just stick with Pharaoh, man. Pharaoh is just like I said, when I got put up on him, somebody put me up on him, and
yeah,
I've been on it ever since. But
I heard it. I just heard him one day. I heard it. My life is all I have. My rhymes. I was like, yo, that shit sound hard. What is that?
Yeah, but Simon from the Simon Says joint is, I think he got sued for the Simon Says joint for the beat. But the Simon Says, that's probably what anybody that know anything about hip, that's what they know him for. They know him for that. And then when he did My Life, that just blew it out.
My Life was what I kind of knew him for. I mean, I knew about Simon Says when I heard My Life, it brought me back, and I was like, oh, that's the cat from that and that. But I wasn't on it. Like, it was dope, but yo, his whole style is hella unique. He's just got a really original flow. Just phenomenal scientific lyrics, man. Like, but not on no cannabis shit. Like more on some Most Def Talib shit.
Yeah. He more. Well, listen, we'll decipher all that when he get here. We'll let him explain it to you.
Yeah. Won't that be dope, y'all? Won't that be dope? Say something in the chat how dope that'll be when Pharaoh Monch is here talking to us, chopping it up. And y'all can ask questions.
Boom.
So look, man, come out here next Monday. Y'all can ask Pharaoh Monch some questions in the chat. We will be watching the chat and fielding questions and whatnot. That's gonna be wicked. That's gonna be wicked. So yeah, man. Stu, anything else? What do we got? Anything else?
That's it, man. That's it. It's been a great show. Thank everybody for coming. God bless y'all.
Good night.
Good night.
Peace out. Next Monday, September 20th, 6:30 p.m. Pharaoh Monch. Monday, September 20th.
Yeah, if you're true around here, you're
Pharaoh
gonna be
Monch.
there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, his name is Pharaoh Monch.
Yeah.
Monch, but his first name is Pharaoh with an E at the end.
Yeah, with an E. Yeah, not an H. Yeah, not just an H.
It's not just H. He put an E on the end, and he did that for a reason. And I just learned this myself. Pharaoh Monch is 12 letters. I don't know what Monch means. We're gonna find that out Monday.
Yeah, we definitely gotta find what Monch means.
We're gonna find that. We're gonna find it out Monday. But he added the E to make it 13 letters. Then we're gonna find out why. But his new project called 13 got something to do with it. And the fact that he was 13 months old when he was diagnosed with asthma got something. It's all numerology.
It's all in there. We're gonna find out. We're gonna see.
Yeah,
Save it for Monday. Save it for Monday, man. Save it for Monday.
All right, brother.